Greetings, April 20th, 2014. I found 3 proofs of a 1983 aluminum plate lithograph. My edition records book states, well, there was a planned edition of 15. There were 2 artist proofs printed, so it should have been 17 proofs all told, but altogether my records indicate only 9 proofs were printed altogether, of which I own 3. One, the first of the numbered edition, 1 out of 15, is in the collection of, 1 out of 15. Actually, we've got 2 that are numbered 1 out of 15. So one of them is in the collection of the Haifa Museum of Modern Art in Israel. And that's the only one in a public collection so far. So of the 3 extant proofs I own, each one is hand-colored. 2 of them are on white etching paper. One of them is on a buff, like a beige etching paper. That's this one here. The litho was reproduced 3 years later on the cover of the August 14th, 1986 issue of the Jewish Transcript, with the caption, Jacob Adler, an actor in the New York Yiddish theater in the early 1900s, by Ken Akiva Segan. See about the cover on page 20. And 3 on 15 unique, which is not one of these 3 here. And this one looks to be titled, not titled, but the year is incorrect because it says 1982. My edition records book states it was actually done in February of 83. These things happen, especially as one gets older. About the cover. Jacob Adler, a hand-colored lithograph featuring the early 20th century New York Yiddish stage actor. It's part of a dynamic series of etchings and lithos by Seattle artist Ken Akiva Segan, portraying Jewish artists, statesmen, and others who have had a significant impact on their contemporaries and on our culture. Segan's award-winning work, The Prisoner, will be prominently featured in the forthcoming Coffee Table Art Book, to be published, the Coffee Table Art Book, The West Collection, Art and the Law, to be published in November by West Publishing Company in St. Paul. I'll do a film of that book and my art in it separately. There you have it. Jacob Adler, Yiddish stage actor in New York. An aluminum plate litho. I did the litho at the garage print shop of an old Seattle friend who hadn't seen for many years, until about 3 years ago when he visited my current studio. He lives up north of Seattle, now in Arlington, which is not far from where the tragedy happened in the town where the mudslide happened. And I saw him again a year ago exactly at the reception for the University of Washington Hillel exhibit of selected Holocaust and human rights art from my studio. He had he had an etching press, and I believed we printed it on the etching press. It was on an aluminum plate. Actually, it might have been come to think of it, it could have been a limestone. Regardless, I don't have the, anyway, that's relatively unimportant. Phil Cortese, the other printmaker whose studio I had printed these at.